astonishing.
Cruise only on Milan 98 to Global Sport Cruise. We bring the vibes, the analysis, and pure football fire.
LeBron James with the rejection.
No long talk. Favorite crew on deck every week. Sport Crew.
It's Cʀᴜɪsᴇ.
Yeah. I'm in a choco. Baby, you know that I'm in a choco. Baby, you know that I'm in a choco. I look for your hand in never. So now me you could love forever. Oh, me all down. Anytime when I see you for the club or the television, your body. Sure you know no safety when you carry. Oh, you shy, but it's cool when we're making love on the low, on the low.
I should take up a career in singing one of these days. I mean, because my voice, I mean, when I even get to listen to my voice at times, I feel it's the latest edition of Sports Cruise Live for Milan 98.3 FM. And of course, you are tuned into the show. This is Milan 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. Yes, a lot of things to talk about there, flanking the world. We had Arnold Quadri still maintaining his world number one spot, also making his return to tennis. Don't forget as well that a couple of days, just as he prepares to defend his you are talking about a PSG after she had led the Super Falcons of Nigeria to their 10th record, extending a WAFCON agent heading into the WAFCON, and boy oh boy, I mean, of course, you know what happened in that one. He moved to a big club. Apart from that as well, yes, Alexander Isak for the last 3 months has not played competitive football, but all of that is set to change. Qualifiers in the month of September. Thank God it's a Wednesday, and later the Carabao Cup round 2, due to the fact that they didn't qualify for the Champions League, they didn't qualify for the Europa League, they did not even qualify for bumper package on the show. The one and only Oga himself, in person of ᴑᴏᴛ. Yesterday we tried much to welcome to the show.
There are a lot of things you can do better than me. A whole lot of things, and I'm super proud of you for that.
Like what?
But singing,
okay, you forgotten I'm into music professionally, yeah?
You play instruments.
Yeah. You know they.
If you know they, just leave that one.
If you know they
say that people should guess why you are laughing. And then the winner,
what you were saying,
what you were saying, what's my business? And then the winner will get 10,000.
Oh, we have the winner of the question. Listen to the show live. So he's waiting for you.
He or she should listen. The person that did the giveaway,
yeah,
should know how to reach you and pay you for whatever.
But it was on your instruction.
Who instruct?
Your instruction.
No. When did you start taking instruction? All of us are. We'll settle
all of that off.
You will not cover me.
We'll be talking about a lot of things today, ranging from Victor Boniface down to Rashida Ajibade, Dan as well to Alex. Very quickly before we go on a quick short break, because we've got to pay some bills as well. Okay, the case of Victor Boniface, this is going to be a challenge for him. But do you think he can come back from this setback that he finds himself very quickly?
It's not a setback. I don't think it's a setback. Yeah, I understand everybody's concern. You want your biggest team in the Super Eagles had also been called into question. Remember, he's here to get a goal assist
in over 10 appearances
in a G where he was absolutely unplayable. The season that Bayer Leverkusen won the
Bundesliga,
transfer issues as well. But for Victor Boniface, remember we asked that question on Monday from Victor Boniface, talking about when he got his first professional move, and then they told him that with his agent was on the phone, and then they told him, and he just said, okay, that it was on a Tuesday. They were preparing for weekend, and then he said the doctor looked at him and told him, "Are you crazy?
Do you know what an ACL
that you have an ACL that you are going to be operated?" And that was the first time he ever heard of an ACL. And as at that moment, he said he didn't believe. He now called his grandma. That his grandma was a nurse. I mean, his mom also. His mom now told him what, and it was just on his own. New contract, new player, just going
new country.
It's he pulled through, and then he went on to have a fantastic season under Xabi Alonso. And then when I saw it, he was singing to one of Wizkid's songs that if you know my story and all of that. And I said, a lot of people have different depression these days. Does not mean until you lock yourself in is depressed. But a lot of people are saying that he spends too much time on social media, and I'm like, wait a minute. Do you know what Olaino does on TikTok?
On TikTok,
that's all he does. So people have different ways of doing all of the stuff that he does too much. He does kids. He goes live. The question is this: is he a good player? Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Is he a solid Victor Boniface? Because you say he spends too much time. They don't have families.
They have private lives.
They don't have private lives. They can't spend time on social media. But you expect them to do giveaway. I've seen him one-on-one before, but I know that he's going to come back not so certain that he's done two ACL
injuries. Yeah, right.
Did you see that knee? Maybe the person that stitched that knee is a carpenter or alakpata, because the way it's just AC Milan that I beat. Suspect of missing Milan. I'm going to Saudi Arabia.
Remember that I was even going to go to Saudi Arabia to play for Al-Nassr, but that didn't even fell through. I mean, talk about. He said
he has even started giving out
his clothes because he won't come back. We'll also put the conversation more and get you guys as well to join the conversation. Don't forget, you can join the conversation 013-6000-416, 013-6000-416. Let's get to pick some bills, and we'll be right back. This is Sports Cruise live from 98.3 FM. The sound of
fantastic conversations.
Great to see you again. It's good weather. You want to agree with that?
Yeah, I love weather.
Trending music.
Majority intersections is good. There's no cause for alarm.
Sports. And everything fun is right here on Mainland 98.3 FM. Don't touch that dial.
You're listening to Mainland 98.3 FM. The sound of Lagos.
My guy, you dull. Your team lose match.
Oh boy, now this my house rent with the delay. My landlord don't they rig for me seriously. Even self, I don't they.
No stress yourself. You never hear about credit cards. Buy things like household appliances and even to pay house rent. Credit card they do so through our banks, fintechs, cooperatives, and microfinance company.
Chai, I beg, explain where.
The goal of credit card. You can't they go.
My bank straight, no interest. I get interest.
You save. Go your bank straight now to enjoy your own credit card money. Nigeria's comeback story never finish, but it don't dey road.
Oh, what did they happen now? No bonus for all my lines. No panic, as MTN don't carry better gist come. Every 6 minutes you talk, MTN go dash you 3 extra minutes.
Yes, who is there?
Grandpa, it's me.
Oh, my child, how are you doing today?
I'm fine. Grandpa, can I have milk or sweet?
I have only one here.
I refuse to give me milk or sweet. Daddy, can I have money to buy milk or sweet, please?
That's Grandpa's usual habit of hiding one in his pocket and showing you another one.
Okay, now, my child, here is Milkos. Have it.
Oh, yeah, thank you, Grandpa.
Unstoppable you, fueling your vitality the whole day through. Embrace each challenge with renewed might. With Supermalt,
every day keeps you going.
7 p.m. Plenty Nigerians will stand a chance to win big. To join, just dial *900 app
Day and win millions. T's and C's apply. Visit www.mtn.ng for more.
My landlord don't they rig for me seriously. Even self, I don't they.
No stress yourself. You never hear about credit card?
At all.
Oh, no wonder. Anyway, another program of President Tinubu government through our banks, fintechs, cooperatives, and microfinance company.
Chai, I beg, explain where.
The goal of credit card not to make life easy for Nigerians with manageable monthly installments wey not get interest.
No interest? No interest?
Hey bro, where you can they go?
My bank
never finish, but it don't dey road sam. Nigeria day on the road of progress.
Renewing hopes, rebuilding Nigeria. Powered by Citizen Connect Initiative.
Hello everyone, this is Naina.
Hi, I was locked on.
For the best of music, sports and news.
This is Mainland FM 98.3.
Hello, my name is Godwin Enoch, and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will tell me that I am a sport administrator by accident. Listen every day of the weekday to Sports Cruise on Mainland FM. God bless you.
Mainland FM. Sports Cruise, 6 p.m. weekdays on 98.3 Mainland FM. The cruise never stops.
Give me freedom, give me fire,
Alright guys, welcome back to Sᴘᴏ Sports Cruise Live for Mina 98.3 FM. This have conceded 4 goals in 2 games from set pieces. Talking about Liverpool, but guys, don't worry, we get to talk about all of that as well. Maybe tomorrow as well as Friday. But before then as well, has now joined PSG women's side on a new 2-year deal. After heroics, our side does she led Nigeria to a record-extending 10th WAFCON title, as well as being named as the MVP of the tournament. And after our contract expires season, okay, very very quick question, well deserved for what's her name now, Rasheedat Ajibade, or you think that it was as a result of a performance at the WAFCON, even though she didn't Robo Queens?
Whether she merits the MVP or not, the most important thing is that if there's one thing you would preach on social media, she's praying her own. And sometimes when you look at her, you feel like, oh, this one has pop style, she does blues, this. And she's been here almost like she's been here forever, and she's still pretty young. So I think she will have gotten a big deal regardless of what her performance at the WAF. Whether you want to question that, it's a different ball game, it's a different conversation. But a moment ago, she was one of the captains of the team. So I think united by Barcelona. Yeah. So I think it's always best that she tries something out. And she's paid her dues. She's paid her dues, no doubt about that.
I remember the video.
A step for her. PSG is also trying to build to match the dominance of the PSG men's club, the FA Champions League as well. So I think it's a strong challenge for her. You can't fall the project.
That's Jennifer Echejin.
So for me, it's even it's a plus to the national team. So I mean, you can always be sure, and both of them are forward players, a winger and a striker. Each time they come to the national team, you'd always expect both of them to have that level of synergy. Little wonder you see the way Arteta is trying to structure the Arsenal side with almost 9 English players. They can rise. You have Eberechi, you have Bukayo Saka, you have Ben White if he chooses to play for the bulk of your time together in the club. So when Rasheedat Ajibade joined PSG,
she also talk about the influence of JJ Kocha as well in
I think it was Samuel Eto'o. Yes, he was on the podcast recently, and then they were asking him to name his top 3 African players of all time, and he was like, he can name 300 African greatest players. Him again. He said JJ Okocha, and then he went on to wax lyrics about his talent, his skills, his uniqueness. A lot of people don't even know that there was a time in PSG that JJ was benching Ronaldinho.
You're right.
Build up a Nigerian player that was also playing in PSG. It was his Okocha's influence that brought him into that team. I remember we played a friendly match with reference began. So we have a pretty good history
of PSG and
JJ and PSG. And of course, so he's
it has even continued to today.
It has the football, which is solid and needed at the moment. 2, she also gets to a league where a lot of people get. I think we have maybe Real Madrid. A lot of people don't get to watch them. But female football in France is more accepted than female football in all of the year women that they produce.
They've also got it as well.
European football of the year rather. So it's easy for you to assume that this is a solid transfer for Rasheedat Ajibade. For me, it's a win for the PR work. And secondly, Nigerian women's player. Super Falcons win WAFCON, right? So our performance at the last Women's World Cup we transition into WAFCON. Then we won, and the way she was welcomed after she won it, Ashley Prompter, when she returned to her Saudi Arabia club, you needed to see the way they welcomed her. Even when what's this lady that plays in Canada?
That's
see the way they received her. So it has pushed women football in Nigeria to a different level, and I'm hoping, this is what I'm hoping, that we don't get to just keep this popularity on the level of the Super Falcons. We should allow it
Nigeria,
league.
that's the NWFL.
Because most of these players are product of the WSL.
Exactly.
From Rashida Tajibade to Rashida Toshuala to Rivers Angels. They've been the ones to form the core of the teams that have dominated the country, that can produce better to PSG. I think the rumor broke through like 2 weeks ago, but we decided not to talk about it. We're waiting for the official announcement from PSG, and they did that yesterday. She resumed training.
We can talk about Tᴏᴜᴛs yesterday at the official ITTF rankings was done, and Sᴘᴏʀᴛ Cʀᴜɪsᴇ, I beg your pardon, retained his 185 points, keeping him ahead of long-time rival Omar Assar of Egypt, who remains 33rd in the world on 930 points. As Sweden last week with the ranking system, rewarding consistency as well as cumulative results. Matthew Kuti are falling about 4 places to 200 in the world on 89 points. We also have Abdul Basit Abdul Fatai also dropping 3 down 6 places to 212th. Taiwo Mate as well dropped to 221st. Muiz Adegoke was the only Nigerian man to rise the pecking order, remaining as the country's top ranked player at 122nd with 189 points. We also have Aile BP registered games in that one. Let's also leave that and talk about more court events as well. Just like you already know, the US Open currently going on as it stands, and Jannik Sinner also made a return to his US Cråpriva in the first round of the US Open. The defending champion wrapped up a 6-1, 6-1, 6-2 victory against Czech player Cråpriva, who is currently ranked 89th in the world, in just under a show little sign of the illness that had to force him to retire quite early from his Cincinnati Open final against Carlos Alcaraz last week. And Cråpriva, making his main draw debut in New York, also failed to pose any serious threats to Jannik Sinner, who now has 126. About Alexander Bublik, defeating veteran Croat and 2014 US Open champion Marin Cilic 6-4, 6-1, 6-4. While Denis Shapovalov, also at the 27th seed from Canada, was also decided as well. Yesterday games were decided as well as today, and we also have other games to look forward to later on tonight. Just like we mentioned as well, Jessica Pegula is currently the world number 4, and as it stands, former world number 1, talking about the second set went to Novak Djokovic, and as it stands as well, as Vaja currently is leading in the third set. And earlier on today, we had golf world number 3, Alexander Zverev world number 3, also solved Alejandro Tobilo, in 3 sets, 6-2, 7-6, 6-4 as well. Taylor Fritz world number 4, when it comes to as it stands. Former world number 1 as well when it comes to the women's categories, Naomi Osaka, currently ranked as the 23rd seeded player, defeated as well Brazilian João Fonseca up against Tomac Machak, is currently third at category. Iga Swiatek seeing off Emiliana Arango 6-1, 6-4, and just like we mentioned as well, world number 1 Jannik Sinner defeated Vit Cråpriva 6-1, 6-1, 6-2. However, it was not to be for world number 11 Karolina Muchova 3-6, 6-2, 6 fresh new trim. Defeated Aurelio Pelka in quite a comfortable burial 6-3, 6-2. Alright guys, so staying with the US Open as well. Later tomorrow by Belushi. Of course, later tomorrow morning by the men's categories will be up against Spanish Pablo Carreno Busta. Later tomorrow, I beg your pardon. And for tomorrow, world number 1 is definitely going to be up against Polina Kudametova. Talking about Ireland's categories will be definitely up against Belgium International Zizou Berges later tomorrow. But hopefully by tomorrow's edition of Sports News, we will definitely be able to know the final score. of match day one when it comes to the Nigeria Premier Football League ended, I think, around one hands. I know after match day one in the night, they had Alikibasho Warriors, I think, in second or first. After they
won 13 games
unbeaten at some point, and after that,
but out of those 13 games, they are like 8 draws.
They are 8 draws. Draw soup. Clubs that you definitely will be seeing in the second half of the table, when it comes as well to maybe Authorities are in 6th with 3 points. Remo Stars, the defending champions, are currently in 7th with 1 point. Rivers 2023-2024 season. Blue City, after their heroics at the end of last season, are currently in as well in 14th position with 1 point. Kano Pillars 15th position with 16th, 17th, 18th, and 19th.
Hello, my name is Cʀᴜɪ紛 and I'm a broadcast journalist. Yes, my friend will see you.
Played in some people's stadium.
Old Trafford.
Which
one is? Are you scared of Man U fan? Old Trafford. Even their manager said they're not ready for European football. So if Man U fans should hear anything close to national Champions League anthem,
he's on the show.
He's not even on the show. Maybe they are selling cassettes. So they just drove past Old Trafford. Maybe they are using speaker to advertise. Maybe they just passed Old Trafford.
Oh my God!
That's the only way Man U fans will hear anthem of any, even Conference League. That the anthem is just clap.
Champions League draws that are set to take place as well tomorrow. We have 8 teams, and that will be vying for 4 spots, 2 teams as well. As well as the group stage is being named, or should I say, given a new format. Talking about the league phase format, and also won in the first leg as well. We had Karabakh winning that first leg 3-1. So that means 8 p.m. Kickoff Benfica up against Fenerbahce. The first leg also ended in a goalless draw. So both teams will definitely want to. By 8 p.m. later tonight, the first leg ended in a 3-1 win for Club Brugge, and they will definitely want to make sure that their passage into the Champions League is secure right there at their home. That means also that both sides want to get 1 or 2 goals in order to confirm their progression into the UEFA Champions League group stages. But apart from that, we also have the EFL Cup round 2. That's the Carabao Cup round 2. They are part of, I think, 11 teams that that entering the competition record in the last 29 games in the English Premier League under Ruben Amorim. And I saw more losses than at this point in time. But you take a look at the makeup of Manchester United. Over £230 million has been signed when it comes to 3 strikers. Martin Cunha, Brian, Man United needs to do in this one. Do you think that the Carabao Cup?
I'm going to go hard on Manchester United, and let's get it here. I think Man U fans need to come down from their high expectations. They think they can still leverage on their glory days. Yes.
But
that's why they can still push.
Despite the former playing Champions League football.
Benjamin Sesko, for instance.
Yeah.
Tottenham. So at the end of the day, they all went for Manchester United. And I remember on those Paul Pogba that was playing Champions League football with Juventus, but he left Juventus. Paul Pogba was voted as the player of the tournament, and then I think they won a domestic cup as well. That was the last Europe. Arsenal didn't start in one day. Their own team was building up. And look at where Manchester United is right now. Lenny Yoro had never won Ruben Amorim have never won a back-to-back Premier League game. They've not had 6 points on a bounce under Ruben Amorim.
That's like 1 point across. 1 point in 2 games.
That's an half August with Manchester United. So if you put all of these numbers, I'm still wondering. Because somebody scored 13 goals
last season in the down Bundesliga.
The season before the last now. We're talking about Højlund. Poli today, AC Milan. He's saying that he wants to go back to Real Betis now. He doesn't want to play for Manchester Italian League. And he was voted as the player of the tournament second goal as well. So you look at that transition. Let me not lie to you, right? Eric Ten Hag, he had 2 trophies. You look at the transition of Man U
at some point
to
Eric Ten Hag.
Then now we have Ruben Amorim. There's a reason, And
but they're still far.
Sᴘᴏ United need to start crawling back to their glory days. Now, Manchester United ended last season in England. So that you know how low the bar was. Teams like Southampton and Ipswich were terrible.
Yeah.
They were terrible.
I agree.
That was why Man U could finish in 15th league. So when Ruben Amorim said they are not ready to play Europe, I was asking myself, if Man U had won the Europa League, and I'm asking myself, there's no how.
Yeah.
Man U would continue to play striker that went 18 games without the goal. How long went 18 games last season without the goal?
Definitely.
They still have thousands of people,
fans following
60,000, 70,000 capacity.
Even in friendly games.
Even in friendly matches, preseason games. So they still have it based on where they are coming from. But with the way Manchester and in those 2 games, you are yet to have it.
15 minutes gone past the 6 here. Let's get to pick some of your calls. As an 36004, as an 36004. Don't forget as well, guys, that you can also join the cover. Oh, okay. I think I lost that message. Okay, he says, good evening to you guys in the studio. Any update on Ademola Lookman that diving from Mowe? But unfortunately, we don't have any update. Our 1,004 is around 360. You're welcome. We accept. Thank you. We accept. They are playing corner FC.
No, that Arsenal is draw. I'm seeing why you coming back this season, sir. But
Coming back.
They're cooking up something.
Let's watch and see now. Thank you, dear. This person, Aḻeģ has now sent us a message. He said, "Hi guys, this is Jacob Cole. I don't think there's any team in the Premier them tactically. They will eat you raw if you go mountain." But very, very quickly as well, before we leave as well, time at Victor Boniface's knees, they will definitely know that he's been through a lot. He's been through 2 different ACL injuries in the past. As it stands, is rumored or talk about the fact that why would Bayer Leverkusen even want Victor Osimhen to leave if he was part of the plans for this season under Ten Hag? So
it could be progression. AC Milan have bigger history in Europe. They readily sanctioned your loan move, and then eventually doesn't move out. Initially, it was Saudi Arabia alone. Did you see Victor Boniface? Did you see how many players that Bayer Leverkusen have sold already in the last 3 months?
They've sold. What's his name now?
Ekapi would also be leaving. So I think they are overhauling their side.
Yeah.
The team that won the German Bundesliga for them, it seems they want to, get rid of all of those players and build a new team. Because he's a part of the team. He's part of the historical team that won the German Bundesliga. It's going to be a long walk from here. First off, he's not injured. It's not like AC Milan were trying to sell an injured player.
No. Bayer Leverkusen rather.
To buy. So it wasn't like AC Milan Bayer Leverkusen were trying to offload a bad player. Very sure that he will be on his way out of Bayer Leverkusen at the next available opportunity.
Okay, let's Grimsby Town right up against Man United is officially out. Onana starting in goal, and then in defense we have a young defense, Fredrickson as well in defense. In midfield we have Patrick Dogo playing as a left wing. Diogo Dalot. Up front we have Matheus Cunha, United career. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate that. But I don't think we can pick any more calls because I just saw a call coming through. 15 minutes gone past 6 p.m. But very, very quickly, you
lose to Grimsby Town.
Oh my God, they'll get cooked.
It's a disaster for them. Cooked. So I think they want to get up in there. Ruben Amorim takes his first victory in the season.
Yeah,
and let's see how
6 p.m. Sports Cruise live on 98.3 FM at the Sound of Lagos. Big shout out to you back as well tomorrow. On behalf of the guys in the studio, bye bye.